Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's away we go then. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, I don't think you're going to get many defenders who are as good as this fella, Koundé. When it comes to building from the back, I mean, he's always boasted impressive forward passes where you see him hit the front line with diagonals, switch play. He's got a great varied passing game, but I really have been surprised at how good a ball carrier he is.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Bale. Rijkaard. Pelé. Played out wide. And he's managed to get free. Lahm delivers. And he's had a hit! Oh my word, that is quite something! About as smooth as it gets! The purest possible contact, what a fabulous strike.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Well, that has not gone well. Now it's Messi. Rijkaard. Now it's Messi. Xabi Alonso spots it and intercepts. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Rijkaard. Oh, good spread. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
That looks a good ball through. And he's found... There's the shot! It's great chance! Goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Number 15, Lionel Messi.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Lahm. And that could set him on his way. Lahm providing an outlet on that flank. He's got full. And it's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. A great delivery and a finish to match. And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Hello everybody, and please join me in wishing a happy wedding anniversary for one of our fan club members.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Argentina.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's down to business here.
It's a privilege to see the defensive great that is Franco Baresi.
Absolutely.
A marvellous tactical brain married to good pace and a technical ease.
Well read, nice interception. Lam. Now it's Pele. Davids.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, that's a key interception. Rijkaard. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Haaland. Argentina have got it back and they'll have another go. And the pass is intercepted. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And this is... And Messi! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Can he get it through? Haaland! Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Nicely aimed pass. Looking for the run. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And it's Fernando Torres. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Oh, that's fabulous. And the finish! Messi! Oh, that is beautiful! A finish right from the top draw. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Looking tidy in possession here. Davids is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Cleared without complication. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Messi. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And there's the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Milan, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up.
Substitution for Milan, number 7, Romario.
And we're off again.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Cruyff. And he skips past his man. And it's Davids. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Distributed tidily. Cross flung in towards the middle. Tries to get it clear. Haaland. Oh, perfectly measured that. Engages and forces him off the ball. Milan needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Shot a goal! He's got a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Now it's Pelé. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Cruyff! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Cruyff really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner.
Substitution in progress.
Cleared away. And now a sudden chance to counter. That is ended up in no man's land. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And there's the shot! Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And he is going into that little black book. Not much doubt about who's going to take this one. An opportunity then to pull clear here. That is some save from Khan. Cruyff. Out towards the flank. Cross to the back. Chance! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Cantona really must be wondering how he hasn't put them 3 up. It was a very, very decent chance.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. That pass has been well intercepted.
Milan are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
That is a great pick out. He is through here! And the shot! Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Lahm carries the ball down the right.
4 added minutes has
And it's
been
Fernando
indicated.
Torres. And here's Bernardo Silva. Davids. Cruyff. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Cantona. Now, can they get him away? Oh, cracking ball. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied.
Yes, sadly he knew exactly what he was doing and he had to go with the risk.
And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
Hello attendees, this is a lost children's announcement. Please keep your eyes on your children during the match at all times.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. And we're underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, for a defender, Peter, Andy Robertson's style of play is more akin to that of a wing-back or even a wide attacker. Time after time, you see him make those overlaps, those marauding runs, providing support, the essential piece in any team looking to play on the front foot.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Now it's Pedri. Yildiz. Cruyff. Milan have got it back and they'll have another go. Threads one in. That is a great pick out. Oh, that's fabulous. The ball swung in. Here comes another cross. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Probably be looking to play it square from here. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Big header! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Cruyff can so cleverly bypass the press. Oh, sweet feet. And Cruyff! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Cruyff is offering a wry smile there.
This their second corner of the game. Adams gets it away. Engages and forces him off the ball. Milan are looking to go forward now. It's a pretty loose pass. Not the most accurate pass. And no, that was never going to make it. Neither side yet able to find the net. Yildiz. Pedri. Yildiz. He could... Yildiz! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Yildiz. Neatly clipped into... And a shot! Goal! Milan! That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Passing nice and neat. Great vision.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Danger averted for now. Rijkaard. Oh, good take in a good area.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He intercepts the throw. That's well read. Now he's off and running. And the whistle goes for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Substitution for Milan, number 13, Del Piero. Number 14,
That gets things going for the second half.
number 15.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Roberto Carlos.
David Villa gets into some space. And it's Robertson. Oh, there's a probing ball. Davids. Milan different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
He won't be happy with that one. Lahm really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Ball comes in. Big chance, corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Real chance! He's got a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one.
314.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Pedri. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And that is a little undercooked. He's having a go! And that's caused a worry or two.
Drogba has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
That is good alertness. Milan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Nicely aimed pass. Could be danger here. Chance, surely! And that is wildly off target.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Substitution in progress.
Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Roberto Carlos. He is through here. Oh, shooting chance! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
And how decisive might that prove, Peter? It really would have put the wind in their sails if they were just 1 down as opposed to 2.
And he's there to clear it. Has a shot!
Substitutions taking place.
So their 4th corner of the game. An audacious attempt! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Lam clearly knew where that was falling. He'll be disappointed he didn't put it away.
Pele. Maldini. And here's Roberto Carlos. He's come in hard. Oh, that's a foul. Which side of the line is that? Milan have themselves a chance from the spot. He'll know exactly where he wants to put it. And that's one back. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, credit to the keeper. He read it, but succumbed to the placement.
Milan give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
And he's hit it long. Drogba chasing after it. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And he's managed to get free. Chance! Goal! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping it.
And that is that. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit. And those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly, not today.
And we come to you now.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's away we go then.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
Now, can they get him away? Oh, that's an excellent interception. Could move up a gear here. That is ended up in no man's land. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Nice looking ball. Messi. And that was very necessary.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
He's through here. He's got away. Rijkaard pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Threads one. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Pass somewhat off target. Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Knocks it into space. Great ball if he can get there. Son Heung-min was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well, that has not gone well. Well, that pass isn't the best. That's a nicely shaped ball. Cruyff! He is through! Shapes to shoot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he's there to belt it away. And he's forced to go back. Nice sequence of passes, this. Nice interception, well timed. Great ball, real chance! Goal, Milan! That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Just eases him off the ball. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Messi.
That's good play from him.
And he's managed to get free. Opts to play it back. Van der Ven. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Milan are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good.
Substitution on the field. Number 20, Son Heung-min. Coming on
And the
field
action is back on the way.
Number 10, Mbappe.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
And the ball is out of play. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And it's Cruyff.
Oh, really well played.
He has found the way through. Good decision by the keeper. Got that exactly right. Well, the movement is slick. The speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. No, it's come to nothing.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah.
And Messi! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
Now it's Romario. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact.
Messi! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Mbappe. Can he get it through? Musiala. Hangs in a cross. Diving header! And again! They want to be quick to recover this. Deftly away.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
It's a pretty loose pass. And they've got rid. Taken back almost at once. Played into space.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Oh no, that was never going to make it. AC Milan could counter here. Romario is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Looking to play him in. And that is that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Pele picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
I'm afraid to tell you that we're expecting...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So off we go then.
Well, Xabi Alonso is the standout. He'll be looking to set the tempo and dictate the play here, Peter.
He is so integral to this team, isn't he?
Yeah, he has the quarterback influence on a team.
Pele! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
So, a breakthrough already. Aimed beyond the defence. Pele. Great chance! He's got a goal! 2, and we've barely begun here. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Cruyff picks it up out wide. Cleared away. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And it's Davids. It's a good spell of possession, this. Decent chance! Relentless! Just relentless! Pomp, panache and passion. This, a man full of it all.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
He has simply been truly...
Can he finish? And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Ah, that's a shame, Peter. Such a great run, but he didn't have that clinical edge.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Ødegaard goes back to front. And that has been cleared. Koundé. Alonso.
Niceties are not part of this.
Takes a shot! Outstanding save to keep that out.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that. If only he managed to retain his composure.
Pele. Lahm has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Stood up well to him there. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Rafinha showing great feet there. He's found a way through. Rafinha proves just a little bit too... Oh, shooting chance! Messi. Pele. Looking for options for movement. Messi is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And it's Hullet. And we've reached half-time. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Milan are cruising it at half-time, 3-0 ahead. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. And this is Messi. And Messi! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Hullet. And they've got a throw. There's the crossfield ball. Rafinha. And he's making progress on the ball. And he's managed to get free. Rafinha! It's a goal! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Barcelona give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. Now the delivery. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And they've switched it over to the other side. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And he plays one through. He is just caressing the... And the shot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Lam is one whose deliveries we all know about. Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Lam got a long way forward to join the attack. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Rafinha. He's shifting through the gears here. Rafinha. Nicely aimed pass. Thuram did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Out to the left it goes. He's picked his way through. A heavy challenge. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. It's a throw-in.
Substitution in progress.
It's a promising position. That looks a good cross. Rafinha. That's a cute ball. And he cuts out the supply. Just 5 minutes left. Lam. Now he's off and running. Rafinha. Rafinha. Oh, that's fabulous. Milan clearly now in lead preservation mode. And there goes the final whistle. Milan are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and their tactician-in-chief can draw great satisfaction from it. Pele gleefully reminding us of what a superb day he's had at the office. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Milan.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So off we go then. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
Now it's Zico, and he's away. And they've got rid. Zanetti promptly onto that. Messi! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
So, a breakthrough already. Rummenigge shapes to shoot! Off the post! And it's in! They're level in a trice!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Costa Curta has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Batistuta is flagged offside. And it's Gattuso. Now it's Puskas. Puskas showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's made its way to him. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Played out wide. Nice control. Gattuso has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. It's Zico! Ball driven towards the far post. And he's cleared it back out. Tries a shot! Oh, just wide.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Saliba. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Rijkaard with a definite fell there. Zanetti. Bullish header! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Saliba. Pele.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Schmeichel claims it, safe hands. And it's Messi. And he was quick to react. There's the whistle for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Substitutions taking place.
Milan get the second half started. Now it's Pele, and he welcomes it in, and the shot! And he's there to get it away. Puskás. Rummenigge. Now it's Gattuso.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Nicked it back promptly. Milan do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Nicely weighted ball. Drogba! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Zanetti. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Played towards the other side. Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And it's Drogba. Chiellini. Now it's Pele. Rijkaard calmly anticipates. Gattuso. Rummenigge. That pass has been well intercepted. Saliba proves too... he's given it away. Tries to pass it. Goes for a shot! Goal! Manchester United! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Manchester United go into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, with him already been on a yellow, he should know much better than that.
And it's Lahm.
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
He has found the way through. Rijkaard. Oh, some tackle that. Rummenigge. That's a good ball out wide. Into the last 5 minutes. And he's in on goal. So much time and space here. Zico, cross into the box. And that has been cleared. Look at the space here. Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball. 2 minutes to be added on. And that's that. Milan did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing it.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, we're on the way. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Well, there's the clearance. Now it's Romario. And this is Pele! Zanetti spots it and intercepts. Now it's Owen. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now there's a fine ball. Shot, surely! Goal, Milan! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. A header! Oh, crucial block! Lahm gets it clear. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's got away. Now that is a hefty challenge. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that has been knocked clear. Milan are looking to go forward now. It's a searching pass. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Mbappe! And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Mbappe! Good try, very good try, in fact.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Rijkaard. Now it's Romario. Cruyff has it in a wide position. Deep cross. Cleared away. Dinks one through. Now it's Mbappe. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Now this could be a chance. He's come in hard. And the whistle goes for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Milan head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead.
Number 7, Romario.
Here we go again then.
To replace him is
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
And this is Pele. That's really well cleared. Goes down, but nothing given. Messi. And Messi! Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And this is getting better and better. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Milan. Chance! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Pele. Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Oh, he couldn't quite make it. Rijkaard picks it up from the goal kick. Now it's Pele. Aimed beyond the defence. Messi. That has ended up in no man's land. And that's really well manoeuvred. Lahm plays it in. And that has been cleared. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Cannavaro. Milan have got it back and they'll have another go. Now it's Owen. Lahm. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Oh, played through for the wide man. And he's managed to get free. Played in. It's a mighty effort! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt. All too easy.
A probing pass. Lovely. Now, chance for a shot! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required when you do go behind.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Just 5 minutes left. Owen. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Nicely weighted ball. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Mbappe! Mbappe! And that may well be that. That is that. Milan are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and their tactician-in-chief can draw great satisfaction from it. Messi taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running. Milan have opted to go 3-4-3 by the looks of it here, Jim.
Well, Peter, in opting for this system, there's a confidence that stems from the manager and flows through his players. This is a team with courage to get on the ball and look to entertain with an abundance of goals. Plan B is for someone else. This team will stick to their plan A, and if it's not working, they'll persist until they get it right.
Played back in. Well, here he is, the epitome of athleticism and speed. That is Gareth Bale.
Yeah, simply one of the best left-sided attackers of his generation, Peter, with all the tools to improve any team. And then all that flair.
Yeah, it seems an age ago now, doesn't it, that he started his career down on the south coast as a left-back, of course.
Yeah, and when you think about left-back, usually poor attackers end up there, but he went on to do great things at the other end.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, well measured. And they've been given a corner. And we have our very first corner. Guardiola! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Change of plan here, perhaps.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Messi.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He's got away. And he whips it in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Well, there's the clearance. And here's Romario. Pele! And it's hit the woodwork and out. Gets good distance on it. Not the most accurate pass. Lam. Great vision. Now it's Kukçu. Berbatov. Bale. Oh, no joy this time. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Kukçu. Nesta produces the perfect tackle there. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Looking to play him in. And the shot! Goal! Milan! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Milan have taken the lead.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And he's picked out the run. And that's a simple one for the keeper. But he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Substitution in progress.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible.
And the shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Milan have their second corner now. It's a mighty effort! Just off target.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Lahm is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Milan different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he get it through? Bale is wide and looking to get on to... And the shot! They've done it! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Now it's Bale. Lovely bit of skill. De Bruyne. Zico is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Kukçu. And it's De Bruyne. Big chance! It's anyone's ball now.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Pele. Makaleli. Nesta cuts out the pass.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Nicely aimed pass. Knocks it into space. He's free. Real chance! Goal! Milan! And the comeback is complete.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Milan get themselves into the lead.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
It's gone out for a throw-in. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically.
Milan can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Kukçu. 4 added minutes on the board. He can run onto that. Oh, good take. Shot a goal! He's got a goal! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
And that will be the final act. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. Cantona taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, what a difference a half can make, Peter. And the second half saw this team full of courage and energy. It's very impressive how this team turned it all around.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle. Well, of course, Italy has always been the place to be when it comes to defensive maestros, and here is a prime example. So how highly do you rate this fella, Alessandro Nesta?
Well, he's without doubt one of the very best they've produced. He's been mature well beyond his years since those younger days, blending power, speed, technique, and really good intelligence and ability to read the game. It's no surprise to me that so many have aspired to be just like him.
And it's Cruyff. He's had a shot! Lahm gets into some space. Mbappe. And it's De Bruyne. Mbappe. Aimed beyond the defence. Messi. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Now it's Messi. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Tries to play it through. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. Threads one in, and he welcomes it in. No goals as yet. Roberto Carlos. Great vision. And this is Messi. It's a chance! Goal! Barcelona! It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Barcelona are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react. Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Messi. Looking for the run. Shot could... Cantona! Sticks it away! AC Milan are all square. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Milan grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Roberto Carlos did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Pelé. He won't be happy with that one. Mbappe. And they've got a throw. Roberto Carlos. And it's De Bruyne. Beckenbauer. Messi. He's tried one! Oh, wonderful, wonderful! Lionel Messi! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And the first 45 minutes are up. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Thuram cuts it out. Out towards the flank. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Oh, smashing header! Oh, it rattles the bar! Defending of the desperate variety. Now it's Batistuta. And the keeper takes decisive action. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Pass somewhat off target. Lahm going vertical. That is good alertness. This looks promising. He has found the way through. De Bruyne. Pele.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, super find. He's got away. Big chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Cantona is offering a wry smile there.
Milan with the corner, there first.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Takes a shot! He's missed, but not by that far. It's their second corner of the game. Can he stop it going out? Barcelona are looking to go forward now. De Bruyne. Saliba. There will be a throw-in. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Saliba. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Milan are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can he finish? Now it's Pele. Now that looks a decent ball. And a chance! It's in! That is his ton! And does he not know it? So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether...
Oh, what a climb! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, can he get onto this? And that is that. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very end. Pele taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.